I know what every guy is thinking in the audience. How do I get a wife like Erika? I know that's what you're all thinking. And the answer is you don't deserve it and I don't deserve it. It's by God's grace. That's the answer.
Everyone keeps asking, is Erika Kirk hiding something? But almost nobody is asking the real question. Why do Charlie Kirk's parents look so wary of Erika Kirk that Charlie Kirk's parents won't even stand beside Erika Kirk in public? Let's talk about the family tension no one on cable news wants to touch. Alright, welcome back to Starbuzz Media, where politics meets tea and family drama meets federal level plot twist. Smash that like button right now if the title alone made your eyebrows lift, because by the end of this video you are going to have opinions trademark. Quick disclaimer before the comments explode. This video is commentary and opinion. Everything here comes from public clips, online discussions, and reported or alleged details. Only official investigations, courts, and the people involved actually know the full truth. You and this channel are here to connect dots, ask questions, and keep a skeptical brain enough not to hand out verdicts. Alright, let's dive into the facts about why so many viewers think Charlie Kirk's parents never fully trusted Erika Kirk, and why that quiet distance looks a lot like a loud warning. The silence that got louder than any speech. Look at the public story after September 10th. On one side, Erika Kirk everywhere. On the other side, Charlie Kirk's parents almost nowhere. Erika Kirk stepped into the spotlight as the new face of Turning Point USA, talking about continuing Charlie Kirk's mission, launching content, and sitting in the CEO chair. Meanwhile, Robert Kirk and Catherine Kirk, the two people who raised Charlie Kirk, faded almost completely out of the official narrative. No big interviews, no joint appearances, no polished statement about Erika Kirk, just silence. For a family that watched Charlie Kirk build a movement from scratch, that silence from Charlie Kirk's parents feels less like shyness and more like a giant blinking warning light. When one side talks non-stop and the other side refuses to step on stage, that gap starts to look like the first clue in this Charlie Kirk's parents never fully trust Erika mystery. And if that quiet wall from Charlie Kirk's parents already feels strange, fact number 2 is where the family tension explained part really kicks in. The memorial that felt more like a rally. Most families picture a memorial as tears, hymns, and tissues. Instead, the national audience watched a send-off for Charlie Kirk that felt closer to a political rally mixed with a live show. Fireworks, big staging, massive production, and front and center, Erika Kirk. But here's the detail that broke a lot of viewers' brains. Charlie Kirk's parents and Charlie Kirk's sister reportedly did not attend the big memorial event that so many influencers praised as beautiful and brave. Grief is not a performance, and viewers noticed that the face of the legacy on stage was Erika Kirk, while the people who brought Charlie Kirk into the world stayed in the background. For many, that absence did more talking than any tribute. If Charlie Kirk's parents were truly thrilled about this direction and fully trusted Erika Kirk, would that distance be so extreme on the biggest stage of Charlie Kirk's life and death? And just when that felt awkward enough, next fact adds a tech twist that made Charlie Kirk's parents even more wary. The laptop, the phone, and the trust that broke according to online commentary and reported leaks. The first contact between Turning Point USA staff and Charlie Kirk's parents after the tragedy was not only about condolences. The same heartbreaking call allegedly included a request for Charlie Kirk's laptop and phone, with the claim that those devices belonged to the organization. When Robert Kirk and Catherine Kirk reportedly refused to hand those devices over, the story gets murky. The devices apparently went to authorities, but no clear confirmation ever surfaced. For a devastated father and mother, that kind of interaction can feel less like support and more like asset management. In that moment, the impression shifts from family first to brand first. If Charlie Kirk's parents already had doubts about Erika Kirk's influence and the internal culture, that kind of move would not exactly build trust. Instead, it becomes one of those core moments that make Charlie Kirk's parents never fully trust Erika sound less like a clickbait title and more like a logical emotional reaction. But if that phone and laptop drama feels bad, next fact is where the alleged private warnings from Charlie Kirk's parents crank up the tension. We wish Charlie could see what Charlie's parents saw. Unverified screenshots floating around internet sleuth circles claim that close contacts of the family shared a very specific line from Charlie Kirk's parents. "We love our son. We just wish he could see what we saw." Even though the messages are not officially confirmed, that sentence caught fire online because it perfectly matches the vibe many viewers felt from Robert Kirk and Catherine Kirk. Deep love for Charlie Kirk mixed with deep unease about the world around Charlie Kirk and Erika Kirk. If those whispers reflect reality, then the never fully trust Erika idea stops being speculation and starts sounding like a long-running suspicion. In that reading, Charlie Kirk's parents are not shocked by the post-tragedy behavior from Erika Kirk. Charlie Kirk's parents are sadly unsurprised. That kind of emotional distance usually does not appear overnight. It grows, it builds, and when the worst finally happens, the distance stays, louder than any official statement. And if that line feels heavy, Next Fact shows how the timeline after the tragedy made Charlie Kirk's parents look even more wary. The forgiveness message versus the content machine. Early on, viewers heard a calm, emotional clip. That young man, I forgive that young man. Talk of forgiveness for the accused shooter came fast. But 7 days later, the tone online shifted to something very different. Talk about nothing is changing, and plans for about 5 more episodes a week, and hours of new content rolling out. For a lot of people watching, that jump from forgiveness message to full throttle production felt jarring. For Charlie Kirk's parents, already skeptical about how quickly Erika Kirk stepped into CEO mode, that kind of acceleration could easily feel like confirmation of every fear. Instead of space to grieve, the story turned into a schedule. Instead of quiet, the audience got more shows. And when the Charlie Kirk's parents never fully trust Erika theory pops up, this timeline is one of the first exhibits viewers bring up. But the emotional whiplash does not stop there. Next Fact is all about the Medal of Freedom moment that split viewers right down the middle. One medal, 2 completely different reactions. At the Medal of Freedom ceremony, cameras caught an unforgettable contrast. On one side, Robert Kirk and Catherine Kirk stood in visible shock, faces hollow, bodies stiff, the kind of grief that no acting class can fake. On the other side, Erika Kirk appeared composed, polished, and almost unnervingly ready for the spotlight, holding Charlie Kirk's Medal of Freedom in a way many viewers described as branding, not grieving. Images of Erika Kirk smiling with that medal blasted across social media, while clips of Charlie Kirk's parents looked like a completely different movie. For many observers, that side-by-side comparison turned family tension explained from theory into emotional reality. When the parents look broken and the widow looks ready for a media rollout, the internet naturally asks who is actually carrying Charlie Kirk's memory with the kind of weight Charlie Kirk's parents expected. And once the visual started raising questions, Next Fact zoomed in on power. Who got the keys to the kingdom after Charlie Kirk's death? The CEO seat and the disappearing parents. When the cameras first panned across the TPUSA stage after Charlie Kirk's death, most viewers expected to see one thing at the center: Charlie Kirk's parents, Robert and Catherine Kirk, surrounded by family, faith leaders, and a community grieving with them. Instead, the spotlight locked onto one figure, Erika Kirk in the CEO seat, while Robert Kirk and Catherine Kirk slowly faded into the background of the story, almost like extras in a production built around their own son. In clip after clip, TPUSA branding rolled, politicians filed in, tributes poured out, and Erika Kirk stood front and center as the future of the movement. What never really showed up was a meaningful role for Charlie Kirk's parents. No honorary board position, no visible place in the transition, no public moment where TPUSA said, "This is still the family that built this." That imbalance is exactly what online viewers keep obsessing over. How did Erika Kirk move into the CEO seat this fast, this confidently, while Robert Kirk and Catherine Kirk seem to vanish from the public frame? The more people rewatch the footage and revisit the timeline, the more the CEO seat and the disappearing parents starts to feel less like bad optics and more like a symbol. On one side, Erika Kirk appears polished, composed, talking about Charlie Kirk's legacy, more work than ever, and full steam ahead for Turning Point USA. On the other side, Charlie Kirk's parents barely appear in any of the big public moments tied to the organization Charlie Kirk built from scratch. That contrast is what fuels the theory that Robert Kirk and Catherine Kirk never fully trusted Erika Kirk, and that Charlie Kirk's parents quietly stepped back rather than co-signing the new TPUSA power structure. None of that proves anything criminal, but as a story beat, the image of Erika Kirk in the CEO seat while Charlie Kirk's parents slowly disappear from the picture is exactly the kind of visual that makes viewers lean in and say, okay, something here does not feel right. What actually actually happened behind the scenes. But if money is where real stories usually live, fact number 8 takes this family tension into financial territory. A mysterious audit that never finished before the tragedy. Reports and commentary claim that Charlie Kirk ordered an internal financial review, a Doge audit, to track where Turning Point USA money was going, who was getting paid, and why certain numbers did not line up. Then September 10th happened. After that, the same audit reportedly stalled, faded, or quietly vanished from the public storyline. For Charlie Kirk's parents, already concerned about influence, donors, and pressure around Charlie Kirk, that half-finished audit becomes a huge red flag. If Charlie Kirk was beginning to question the money, and if the audit died with Charlie Kirk, the natural question for wary parents becomes, who did not want that audit to finish? Online commentators connect that question to the speed of Erika Kirk's leadership rise, and for many, that connection feels impossible to unsee. The tension stops being just emotional and starts looking structural, and as if that was not enough, Next Fact zooms in on the most uncomfortable part of all, what Charlie Kirk's parents are not saying. The non-defense that speaks louder than any defense. The internet has thrown every kind of accusation at Erika Kirk. Cold, ambitious, scripted, overly polished, possibly involved in deeper networks. Some commentary reaches into Romania, charity work, military connections, and unresolved stories in foreign press. None of that is officially proven. A lot of it lives firmly in commentary and speculation land. But even with all that noise, Charlie Kirk's parents have not stepped forward with a strong public defense of Erika Kirk. Not one viral quote from Robert Kirk or Catherine Kirk passionately insisting that Erika Kirk is being treated unfairly. For a family culture that values loyalty, that absence feels massive. Silence from strangers means nothing. Silence from Charlie Kirk's parents means everything. To viewers, that silence is exactly why the title Charlie Kirk's parents reveal why they never fully trust Erika hits so hard. The reveal is not a press conference. The reveal is the refusal to join Erika Kirk's narrative, even when Erika Kirk is under heavy public fire. Which brings everything to the final and biggest question in Next Fact. The question that defines Charlie Kirk's legacy going forward. Who protects the legacy? And what does wary really mean? At the end of the day, the headline is not just family tension explained. The real question is this: who is truly guarding the legacy of Charlie Kirk? The person, not the brand. Is the guardian the widow, Erika Kirk, who stepped into power, runs the shows, and carries Charlie Kirk's name on every stage? Or are the quiet guardians actually Charlie Kirk's parents, Robert Kirk and Catherine Kirk, who refuse to give public approval to a story that does not feel right? Charlie Kirk's parents reveal why they never fully trust Erika is not about a press release. The revelation is in the pattern, the missing seats at the memorial, the vanished role inside Turning Point USA, the stopped audit, the metal optics, the non-stop content rollout from Erika Kirk contrasted with the shattered posture of Charlie Kirk's parents. None of those details on their own prove anything criminal, but as a pattern, those details explain exactly why so many viewers believe Charlie Kirk's parents are wary of Erika Kirk, and why that wariness might be the most honest part of this entire saga. And remember, this video is commentary, not a courtroom. Only official investigations and direct statements from Charlie Kirk's parents or Erika Kirk can tell the full story. Until that happens, the smartest move is curiosity plus skepticism toward Erika Kirk, toward Turning Point USA, and toward every narrative from every side. If this breakdown of Charlie Kirk's parents reveal why they never fully trust Erika, they're wary. Family Tension Explained opened up new angles for you. Hit that like button so the algorithm knows this story matters. Drop a comment with your take. Do you think Charlie Kirk's parents are sending a message, or is the internet overreading every frame? And if you want more high energy dives into the wild overlap between politics and celebrity gossip, smash subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the next episode.